सर्वप्रथम इसलिए है कि देश है तो हम हैं, देश नहीं रहेगा तो हम कुछ नहीं रहेंगे। भारत है तो भारतवासी है, इसलिए भारत हमेशा सबसे आगे। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Muslim world divided on Hamas. But Pakistan backs Hamas terror. Pakistan jumps for relevance. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
This image tells you that somewhere down the line the Russian troops have crossed the line of war. And Russia needs to pay the price of the genocide that has been committed by them.
Right now we are in the Sodot area of the Israel. This is one of the area that has been hit by the Hamas terrorist, and this was the police station of the Sodot that was razed almost into ashes by the terror strike that has taken place. But following that, the response that the Israel has come up with a total surprise, because the intensified operations that have been carried out by the Israel forces on the ground zero, that they are ensuring that the area is secure.
We have been in the central of Tel Aviv, and where we can show you the visuals. It's one of the building which was destroyed. There was a missile from the airstrike from the south, which has hit the destructions all over the place here, and the place was evacuated right after the missile airstrike.
motivation now of the Israeli army is as never before. Once Hamas showed its real face, we see that the citizens of Israel, even those who are not in the army, they give their dearest volunteering hours.
Muslim world divided on Hamas. But Pakistan backs Hamas terror. Pakistan jumps for relevance, debating tonight at 9 p.m.
The massive destruction that has taken place here in the central Tel Aviv. All the residentials, they have been asked to vacate this area. No one is inside.
Republic is with the Israeli forces. Israeli forces was clearly mentioned. They are going to retaliate and they are completely ready now, as we can see.
Hamas target of significant value that has been neutralized over the last 24 hours.
There have been several. We've been able to neutralize several launching sites from where they've been launching rockets, weapons caches where they store rockets and other types of weapons.
The rockets and the artillery is concerned, yes, that has constantly been fired. But what is important to know that it has also been destroyed. All the things has been taken care of, and we have been seeing right now rockets that was fired from Hamas has been intercepted by Israeli forces. As per the intelligence, it has been said that there were Hamas terrorists who tried to enter the city, after which they have came inside, and now IDF forces is on their move. We are just near 21 kilometers from the Gaza city.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Acco Health Insurance. Century Laminates and PolicyBazaar.com.
Good evening and welcome. Is it impossible that the kind of butchery we have seen happening in Israel at the hand of these Islamist terrorists will never happen in India? Can we take a guarantee that if the line of the Congress party and the left and Asaduddin Owaisi is followed, and India ends up directly or indirectly supporting terrorist groups like the Hamas, then groups like the Hamas will not carry out the same butchery in India that they have carried out in Israel? Is it impossible that the same atrocities that we have seen in Israel, which the whole world is talking about, the elderly being targeted, babies being killed at point blank range, babies being picked up, snatched from their mothers, and babies being taken hostage, women being raped, women being taped while being raped, religious slogans being shouted while raping women, that these kind of things will not happen in India? Do you really think, ladies and gentlemen, that the war that you're seeing in Israel, the terrorist attack that you've seen on Israel, will never happen in India, that it's really that far off? Is it really that far off? Think about it. For my view is clear. It is not that far off. The same dangerous terrorist thinking, the same radical jihadist, Islamist terrorist thinking that Israel is a victim of, we are a victim of as well. It's just that we have had a very strong government since 2014 and they don't have the guts to hit us anymore. But we know that there are groups in India that support them. We know that if these groups are given a chance, they will rise again. And therefore, viewers, I just wanted to begin by saying to you, let us not be complacent and think that this will never happen to us. And that is why the war that Israel is fighting is very decisive. And it should be decisive. Because Israel is fighting this war on behalf of all of us. Israel is fighting this war for you and me. Israel is fighting this war for all free-thinking people across the world. Israel is fighting this war on behalf of all of us who have had enough with this Islamist terrorism, especially with Islamist terrorism. So I say to you tonight that you have a choice too. You can watch and think that no, this is someone else's. I'm sitting in Mumbai, I'm sitting in Pune, I'm sitting in Kolkata, I'm sitting in Jammu. It's never going to happen to us. Well, it's not someone else's war. It is our war as well. It is our war against these Islamist terrorist groups who take babies hostage. Against these Islamist terrorists who try to negotiate with armies and countries using babies. These Islamist terrorists who shout religious slogans as they rape young Israeli women and kidnap the elderly. These are not humans. If the Hamas is not completely crushed and completely finished, then believe me, viewers, there is no guarantee that these Hamas-type groups, and there are many across the border in Pakistan, we know, and some trying to grow in India, and there are people in India who say they are spokespersons and attached to the Hamas. If the Hamas is not completely finished and crushed and not taught a lesson they will never forget, then remember, Hamas-type groups could try to do something similar in India or attack us in India in a similar way in the future. Babies have been picked up. Fully armed men, after raping women, have picked up babies, and the elderly have been dragged out of their homes and abducted. Are you sure something like this will never happen in India? Are you sure? Remember, Israel for a short while went soft on Hamas, and look at what they have faced. If we ever go soft, because when we were soft, we know 26/11 happened. And believe you me, viewers, if the Congress left and these pseudos come back to power, this country will go soft, because these are the groups that support the Hamas. And if we continue to be soft on the Islamists in the future in the name of pseudo-secularism, if it is told to us, if you're secular, you have to support terrorists, then I say to you, watch the horrors of Israel very closely, ladies and gentlemen. And without the slightest bit of exaggeration, let me say to you that if you do not come together as one against Hamas-type groups, unless you say that yes, we are ideologically driven to crush groups like the Hamas, we don't care about pseudo-secularism. If we don't say that as proud nationalists, if we don't become a strong, hard state, then we will be the next victims of Islamist terrorism once again in India. I am proud that our government has taken a totally pro-Israel line. And I am calling upon every Republic viewer to consider today whether it is truly impossible that unless Islamists in India are put in their place, similar horrors will not be repeated on our soil. That's debate number one. It's closer home than you think, viewers. Interestingly, Pakistanis are totally behind the terrorist groups. Pakistan is jumping for relevance in all this. The Indo-Pak debate coming up next. But interestingly, the Muslim world, which some people thought is going to unite against Israel, is not doing that. The Muslim world is totally divided, ladies and gentlemen. That's debate number two. And here are the headlines this Tuesday evening, Wednesday evening on the debate tonight. Israel hits back as Hamas terrorists have butchered over 1,200 in Israel. Over 50, including babies and women, are still captive with the Hamas terrorists. India solidly supports Israel as it carries out targeted attacks in Gaza. Hamas military training camp center also blown up in a spectacular strike. Israel continues to hammer hard. Hamas military heads house hit, commanders eliminated in relentless precision strikes by Israel. Global powers back Israel. US sends military aid. UK says Israel must use its right to defend totally. Really worried. The Muslim world is totally divided on the Israel war. Beyond statements, there is no support from the Muslim world for Hamas or Palestine. Only Pakistan is supporting the Hamas. And no takers for the Palestinian cause. Globally, lobby and pro-Palestine parties in India get a complete jolt. Ladies and gentlemen, Israel is striking hard at Hamas terrorist posts and infrastructure in Gaza. Terrorists who try to bleed Israel have been punished. Israel has global support in this war against terror, and the Muslim world is divided. The UAE and Saudi Arabia have refrained from taking a clear position. But one nation that is jumping for relevance and has shocked the whole world, once again, is Pakistan. Here is why it is futile for a bankrupt Pakistan to fight for the Hamas. And then we'll debate.
Israel is striking hard. On Wednesday morning, Israeli Defense Force struck an important Hamas operational, political and military center in Gaza, the Islamic University. Over 2,200 Hamas targets have been struck by Israeli forces so far.
You may have seen footage on TV or on social media, and you may see a building standing and then flashes and then the building collapses, and you say to yourself, well, that looks very much like a civilian building. What I want to tell you is that no, that isn't a civilian building. It is a legitimate military target. And why is that? Because Hamas locates all of their offices, headquarters, their research and development, and all of their other military assets, if it's above ground, they locate themselves in civilian buildings. And Hamas, being the cowards that they are,
Israel is giving it back to Hamas for firing rockets and claiming lives of over 1,200.
पूरा सन्नाटा पसरा हुआ है। घरों से लोग जो हैं वो आप देखेंगे तो निकल गए हैं। यहाँ पूरे घर जो हैं वो सन्नाटामय हो चुके हैं। और अब जो है आप देखिए कि इजराइल का एयर डोम सिस्टम जो है वो इस वक्त एक्टिवेट हो गया है। आप देखिए ये इस वक्त जो है फायरिंग जो है वो यहाँ पर हो रही है। यहाँ पे हमें कहा गया है कि यहाँ पे नीचे हो जाए। मैं विजय सुरेंद्र से कहूंगा कि वो नीचे हो जाए। और वो देखिए आप हमारे सिर के ऊपर से लगातार जो है मिसाइल्स जा रही हैं। ये सबसे बड़ा हमला जो है वो हुआ है। आप देखिए बिल्कुल पास में जो है वो यहाँ पे मिसाइल्स गिरी हैं। लगातार जो है मिसाइल्स यहाँ पर लैंड हो रही हैं। आर्टिलरी का इस्तेमाल भी यहाँ पर किया गया है। मैं विजय सुरेंद्र शाह से कहूंगा कि वो भी यहाँ पर आड़ ले लें, क्योंकि लगातार जो है वो फायरिंग आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से इंटेंस शेलिंग जो है वो यहाँ पर हो रही है।
Israel has sealed its borders with Gaza as threats of infiltration and airstrikes continue.
The Hamas and the Jihad, and the world need to know. You need to support Israel. You need to call your leadership. Need to come.
Okay, there are the missile that has been fired. As we can see, they have been going to a safer zone is what we see, but we are trying to get the visuals. Okay, everyone has been moved to the safer side. They have been taken to the center as there are more missiles that has been fired. We're also just going to the safer location. Okay, see, we can see here the visuals are on your screen where the missile has been fired from the Hamas terrorist, and it is continuously been fired where the people have been taken to the safer place.
Israel has been successful in getting the world to back it.
So in this moment, we must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. And we will make sure Israel has what it needs to take care of its citizens, defend itself, and respond to this attack. There's no justification for terrorism. There's no excuse.
The Muslim world too is divided on the attack, with UAE and Saudi calling for ceasefire and Iran denying involvement.
حامیان رژیم و بعضی از افراد خود رژیم غاصب یاوه‌گویی‌هایی در این دو سه روز کردند و ادامه داره، از جمله این که ایران اسلامی رو پشت این حرکت معرفی میکنن. اشتباه میکنن.
But Pakistan is jumping for relevance by calling out Palestinian cause. The visuals coming out of Gaza clearly show who has an edge in this battle, and Pakistan seems to be siding towards a lost cause. Let's debate.
And the reason why I'm starting with an India-Pakistan debate tonight is because, viewers, we need to look at this very logically. And we don't need to beat around the bush, General Bakshi. This entire quote-unquote Palestine-Israel thing has been seen as the Muslim world's own fight. You see, Major Samarpal Tour, it has been seen usually every Muslim should support Palestine. But now it's not Palestine, it is Hamas. And Hamas is a terrorist group. It's not a state, right? The problem is now this has gone to the point is, as long as you are raping non-Muslims, it's okay. You can rape non-Muslim women next to the corpses of their non-Muslim husbands. General Bakshi, this is exactly what it is. You can kidnap non-Muslim babies. Right? And you can hack off hundreds of non-Muslim civilians. You can rape the non-Muslim women, and then you can chant religious slogans during the act of rape. You can chant religious slogans after raping the women. And when the women you have raped, bleeding, are being put in a jeep, you chant religious slogans to motivate others to rape more. The pure use of religion to justify anything, including terrorism. And the problem with the Pakistanis is, as long as Major Samarpal Toor, as long as these are non-Muslims who are being targeted, hacked, killed, इनको लगता है इन्होंने कोई जिहाद जीत ली है. खाने को तो कुछ है नहीं इनका. But the way the Pakistanis have been supporting the acts of rape, I have seen yesterday Major Samarpal Toor, a Pakistani woman, come on my program and almost justify the rape of Israeli women. Almost justify the rape of Israeli women and allow me, the kidnapping of babies, the kidnapping of babies. 1 minute. सुनने में अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, सुनना पड़ेगा. सुनने में अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, सुनना पड़ेगा. सुनिए. ये they have come down to this level. No, 1 minute. बहुत हो गया. नहीं, 1 minute. बच्चों को उठा के. No. Let me complete. These people, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you.
If you're just talking about the lies, then let me talk about more lies.
Today I want to ask you, Raja Faisal, you tell me, in the history of the world, when were hundreds of babies taken hostage? And these cowards, ये कायर, ये कह रहे हैं बच्चों को मार देंगे.
Well, the whole Gaza is
औरतों को मार देंगे. अरे हिम्मत नहीं है.
And if you can't see that,
और आप उनके साथ खड़े हो.
Then I don't think you have any iota of humanity left inside you. More than 2 million people of Gaza, they are hostage against the brutalities of Israel. And the country you call Israel,
are you justifying the killing of children? Are you justifying the killing of children? Are you justifying the killing of pregnant women? Are you justifying the kidnapping of elderly people?
He is.
I'm not justifying the killings of innocent kids, of innocent
well, it has happened.
Women from the both sides. Sides. I'm not doing that. From the both sides, I'm not doing that.
What both sides?
All I'm highlighting
what both sides? 1 minute,
your
Javed.
show is lies.
Raja, listen to me.
Packed with lies.
Raja,
I don't know why.
Listen
normally what happens if you talk about 20 things. Okay,
you understand the word perversion? You understand the word perversion?
But today,
these Islamist terrorist perverts. Listen to me.
There is a Palestinian cause. And Hamas is a total separate cause. Hamas is a terrorist organization, and as far as the issue of Palestine is concerned, it is regarding allocation of land for residents of Palestinians. But how can you justify the violence? How can you do that?
Mr. No One, you talking about the liberation forces, Hamas, be it PLO, be it PLA, whoever it is. They are no different to Subhash Chandra Bose. They are no different to Subhash Chandra Bose. If they are wrong, then Subhash Chandra Bose was wrong.
Don't you dare! What? 1 minute. Don't you dare!
Mr. No hair.
1 minute. General Bakshi, don't you dare!
They're no different.
Open your mouth.
Sorry?
Don't you open your mouth. 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second.
That's
1
it.
second. Sorry.
That's
don't
it.
cross all limits. Don't cross all limits.
Subhash Chandra Bose.
Arnab,
you cannot expect civilized debate with these people.
नाम मत लीजिए आप.
Arnab, the 90,000 POWs shouldn't have been left. They should have been in India, and your 90,000 bloody soldiers should have constructed the roads, should have constructed the rail lines, should have cleaned the garbage of India. आपके 90,000 कैदियों को छोड़ना ही नहीं चाहिए था. And I will not be surprised you are one of their sons.
Drink some water.
I don't need water. You need water. You need water.
Before you talk about
it is you who needs money.
You need to talk about brutal Israeli army.
It's a
Please don't deviate from the topic.
It's a very distressing situation. General Bakshi and Dr.
General Bakshi is saying something relevant.
Arnab,
Raja Faisal, can you keep quiet for a minute?
These
can you keep quiet?
people can stop
I just want to put out. I just want to read out a tweet. I want to read out a tweet, General Bakshi, which has come from Israel. It says, tonight is the 4th night that our babies will spend in Gaza. We do not know if they were harmed.
Is it from Gaza?
Or if they are still alive.
Is it from Gaza?
This is the time to support Israel. Do everything you can to save our children, elders, men, women.
Arnab, I'm still waiting for an essence,
women,
a smallest humanity from your side.
A terrorist ISIS-like organization. Don't look away. And there is another. There is just keep quiet. My 2 little girls, they are only babies. They are not even 5 years old and 3 years old.
They're being brutally murdered.
Said Yoni Asher, who recounted seeing a video of gunmen seizing his wife and 2 daughters. Now, I tell you, 1 minute please. This is a problem with Pakistanis. They have lost any sense of balance today. This is a country which is ravaged by, the problem with Pakistan, it is ravaged by terrorist groups, a ridiculous army, no money, they are broke, but they've gone mad now. Question is, General Bakshi, the reality hits home.
See,
this is not state versus state. This is not army versus army. Raja Faisal, I'm asking General Bakshi and I'm requesting you to be quiet. There is a video which shows Hamas terrorists capturing a young lady and her 9-month-old child and her 3-year-old child. 2 sons. 1 9-month-old baby, General Bakshi. 1 3-year-old. And there are people in Pakistan who are saying, "ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, करना ही चाहिए था." They should kidnap women and kidnap babies. You know, this is exactly the Boko Haram method. And today Pakistan supports Boko Haram as well. You remember when a lot of young girls were kidnapped and held to ransom by the Boko Haram? What is happening, General Bakshi, is that this Islamist, radical, jihadi mindset that we hate all non-Muslims. All non-Muslims deserve to be attacked and killed. All non-Muslim countries must be bombed. All non-Muslim countries must be invaded. This is the way they are beginning to see the world. But the tragedy is that as this is happening in Israel, I began by saying, General Bakshi, we must be very careful, because if we are not tough, you see, Israel went soft, you see what happened to Israel. I think this is even more reason for us to keep the Pakistanis solidly in their place. General Bakshi, it is a clear lesson to us. Hit the Pakistanis hard even more. You know, not one surgical strike, maybe a few more, so that you keep them pinned down to the ground. General Bakshi. Just 1 minute, General Bakshi is saying something.
Arnab,
surgical strike like February, yeah?
Arnab, what we have seen, Arnab, what we have seen is a ghastly exhibitionism of the most brutal violence, which is attempting to take the world back to a time warp in the 7th century AD. 1,200 Israeli citizens killed. 2,000 of them severely wounded. Children, old and the infirm, captured, raped, tortured, babies. You've got to call a halt somewhere, man. There's something called basic decency. Please read the holy. It says, in a jihad, spare the lives of the women, the children, the old, and the infirm. What are you seeing? Exactly the opposite. They have selected women. They have selected little babies and children for maiming, murdering, torturing, capturing, and making a ghoulish display of that sadism. Arnab, this is getting too much. You cannot drag the rest of the world back into a time warp in the 7th century AD. This is a sickness of the mind. This is getting dangerous. This has got to be put an end to. You want to fight? Please fight. There are honorable ways of fighting. And the way you fight shows us who you are. Armies put on uniforms so that they'll only attack the people with uniforms and with weapons. You know, armies do not go around killing civilians. There are the Geneva Conventions. There are the laws of war. The way you fight shows us who you are. You pick women and children to fight. Jananiyan naal ladoge. Matlab, this is getting to be sick. It is sick. It is a mental affliction which will have to be cured now because it is getting far too dangerous. Far too dangerous. And you know why our people across the border are upset? Because they are one of the prime votaries of this mindset of rape, mayhem, murder. Go for the women, go for the children, go for the old and infirm. Disobey the Holy Prophet.
Sorry to say, Janabakshi.
He's told you.
With huge respect, Janabakshi, you are very right about it when you say that there should be some manners, ethics about the war as well. I mean, if they are men enough, they should send their men and fight. They shouldn't be sending their planes and dropping bombs day and night and killing kids of Gaza. They shouldn't be doing that. They should be men enough and face the brute force which is coming there to liberate their own country.
Raja, first of all, one minute. Just, no, 1 minute. First of all, the Israelis move in, but I want to tell you, Raja.
I'm very sad to say
when
that today
Raja, listen, Raja,
there is no source.
Raja, I want to bring out a historical fact to you. Because you're so taking on the Palestinian cause, I want to tell you something. And listen to me, Hamid, Raja, I want 4 Pakistanis on one side as I make my point. इनका चेहरा देखना चाहता हूं मैं जब मैं अपना अगला पॉइंट करूं. इनके चेहरे को देखिए. और ये आज हमारे प्रोग्राम पे आके कह रहे हैं हम फिलिस्तीनियों के साथ हैं, साथ थे और साथ रहेंगे. इनके चेहरे को देखिए. And the reality is, and the fact of the matter is, ये पाकिस्तानी ना, these Pakistanis इनको जो पैसा देंगे उनके लिए लड़ेंगे. आप मेरी बात सुनिए, आप बात सुनिए. मैं कुछ कह रहा हूँ आपको, आप मेरी बात सुनिए. मैं बात कर लेता हूँ ना. जावेद खान जी बात सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद जवाब दीजिए. जावेद खान जी बात कर लेता हूँ, उसके बाद जवाब दीजिए. मैं कुछ कह रहा हूँ, आपको ही कह रहा हूँ मैं. आप मेरी बात सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद जवाब दीजिए. मैं आपसे कह रहा हूँ, आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ. मैं सवाल पूछूंगा आपसे, जावेद जी. सवाल मेरा ये है, बात सुनिए जावेद जी. 1967 में सबसे बड़ी अटैक पैलेस्टीनियंस पे हुई थी. एंड मोर पैलेस्टीनियंस वर किल्ड देन in that strike, which was called Black September. Black September. Now, tell me, who was leading the Jordanians in this attack called Black September? Who was leading the military operation to finish off the Palestinians in 1967, an operation called Black September? I am repeating, can you tell me which country sent its army officers to lead the operation to kill and finish off Palestinians? 1 minute. I am answer the question. Don't say Arnab, रोना मत शुरू करो. मैंने सवाल पूछा है, सवाल सुनो. मैं पूछ रहा. Who was it?
I'm just correcting you.
Who was it? Who was it?
Jordan,
Which country sent
yes,
military officers to kill the Palestinians? Which
Yes,
country?
it was
Which
from
country?
the armed-
Which country?
from the armed
Which
corps.
country?
From
Which
the armed
country sent its topmost military
It was
officers
Zia.
to butcher
He
and
was-
kill
he was at that
Palestinians?
time brigadier.
Go kill the Palestinians.
Arnab,
Name the country. Name the country, Raja Faisal. नाम लो उसके देश का. नाम लो उस देश का. Name the country. Name the country. Which country? Which country took money? Which country took money? I repeat, volume down. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is very relevant. मेरे सवाल को सुनिए. And viewers, my question is, ये पाकिस्तानी बैठ के आज बोल रहे हैं ना. 1 minute. I want to tell you. I want to tell you. 1 minute. Watch 1 minute. I'll take 30 seconds. उसके बाद जवाब दीजिए. My question is, viewers, which is the country which sent its topmost military officers, took money from Jordan to send its military officers to go and kill in the most brutal attack, eliminate, crush and finish the Palestinians? That country, ladies and gentlemen, is called Pakistan. And the officer who led the operation, चिल्लाओ मत, चिल्ला मैं भी सकता हूं, अपने देश के इतिहास को ज्यादा बताओगे ना, ज्यादा बता दूंगा पाकिस्तान की इतिहास, आपको भागने के लिए जगह नहीं मिलेगी. जिया उल हक थे वो 1967 में कर्नल शैलेंद्र सिंह. बात सुनिए, अरे बात सुनिए मेरी. जिया उल हक करके एक आदमी थे जो कहते थे आई विल ब्लीड इंडिया बाय 1000 कट्स. वही जिया उल हक 1967 में जॉर्डन की तरफ से लड़ने के लिए और पूरा ब्लैक सितंबर ऑपरेशन वाज लेड बाय द पाकिस्तानीज. These Pakistanis, ladies and gentlemen, these Pakistanis led the operation. यही पाकिस्तानी, कर्नल शैलेंद्र, यही पाकिस्तानी नहीं पैसे लेके फिलिस्तीनियों को मार रहे थे. पैसे लेके फिलिस्तीनियों को मार रहे थे ब्लैक सितंबर 1967 में. गलत कह रहा हूं मैं?
आप जवाब
गलत कह रहा हूं क्या मैं?
यार आप
मैं गलत कह रहा हूं क्या?
कह चुके हैं, जवाब सुन ले किसी का.
जवाब बताइए. जियाउल हक थे कि नहीं? जियाउल हक लीड कर रहे थे कि नहीं? बताइए मुझे.
जवाब सुन ले. आप चुप करोगे तो जवाब देंगे ना. Let us talk about Black October, not Black September. Here you're talking about the genocide
Black September
of the people of
1967 जियाउल हक पाकिस्तान पैसे लेके फिलिस्तीनियों को मारने का प्लान कर रहे थे कि नहीं? फिलिस्तीनियों को मैसेकर किया कि नहीं? बताइए मुझे.
Talk about Black
Why can't you say?
Arnab, you
Why
are
can't
the
you
biggest
say?
liar.
Why can't you say yes?
I've ever seen in my entire life. You are the propagandist. You are nothing more than that.
Arey, did Ziaul Haq go to Jordan to kill Palestinians in 1967 or not?
Why not talk about the kids of Palestine? We stand with the people of Palestine.
Ziaul Haq का सवाल.
We have talked about standing with the people of Palestine, not with the mass.
Ziaul Haq का role क्या था?
Whatever they did, we are not justifying, but we are talking about the genocide of the people of Palestine. And you have used the word Islamist. You have used the word Islamist about a dozen times. Your nation is a covered nation.
Nothing else except Jordan.
Israel. You do not have the courage. You have the courage.
Double standard, inhuman. Inhuman country you are.
Persecute your own population.
You are not even worth being human.
And the Muslims of occupied Kashmir.
On one side you go on killing spree, and on other side you want to answer Kashmir. What has got Kashmir to do? Are you not supporting Hamas? Are you not supporting Hamas? Who is supporting Hamas? Are you not supporting Hamas? I want to know only one thing. Are you supporting?
Why did he say?
Are you supporting Hamas or not?
Were the fake videos.
No. What do you mean by what do you say? We only want one answer. We want only one answer. Are you supporting Hamas?
There were no
Are
demonstrations.
you supporting?
We are supporting the
Are you supporting massacre? Are you supporting butchery? Are you supporting killing of children? Are you supporting rape? Are you supporting? Are you supporting terrorism?
For a while?
No, what you will tell me?
Stop for a
you
while?
have to answer yes or no. You have to answer yes or no. You answer that September question.
You
Why
first
are
answer.
you shouting at the top of
no,
your
where is the
voice?
question? You said you will answer.
Why are you
are not
shouting?
answering.
No, you answer the September
asking
question.
A counter question on October.
Why don't
You
have
tell
to
me
first
one thing.
answer.
Tell me one thing.
You have to say
ये
yes
बहुत
or no.
ये बहुत आज
You are
we are
supposed
standing
to
with
say only
Philistine
one
वाला
thing.
ड्रामा कर रहे हैं
You
आप
are
लोग.
talking at a time.
डॉक्टर सईद इलाही, डॉक्टर सईद इलाही, I just asked one question. आप मुझे लायर करो, ये बोलो, एंटी पाकिस्तानी बोलो, whatever बोलो. अरे भाई, I speak the truth and the problem is Pakistanis cannot answer my question. ये पाकिस्तानी पिघल जाते हैं मेरे सवालों के सामने. ये पाकिस्तानी पिघल जाते हैं मेरे सवालों के सामने. मैं डायरेक्ट सवाल करता हूँ. आज तक कोई पाकिस्तानी नहीं मिला जो मेरे सवालों का जवाब दे सके. मैं मेजर सबलपाल तूर, मैंने क्या पूछा? मैंने अरे डोंट ओके भाई, आई टेल यू वन थिंग, इफ अ पाकिस्तानी कॉल्स मी अ लायर, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी.
You are a liar.
आई एम वेरी हैप्पी.
अभी आप जो
पाकिस्तानी है ना, आप क्या बोलेंगे?
फुटेज दिखा रहे थे कराची के, नहीं कराची के जो फुटेज दिखा रहे थे वो क्या?
पहली चीज तो मैं एक चीज बहुत आई वांट टू क्लियर वन थिंग.
क्या हो रही थी
कराची के?
आप चुप करो.
ये जो पाकिस्तान अपने आप को लाइमलाइट में लाना चाहता है कि ये मसैया है बाकी मुसलमान देशों का, तो पहली चीज तो ऑल द प्योर मुस्लिम कंट्रीज डू नॉट कंसीडर पाकिस्तान और प्योर मुस्लिम कंट्री.
चुप कर, बात करने दो.
ये मौका देंगे तो मैं 2 मिनट बात करूंगा. प्योर मुस्लिम कंट्री नहीं देखा जाता. पॉइंट नंबर 2,
गिव एवरीबॉडी
जितना भी प्लानिंग हुई है, जितनी भी ये प्लानिंग हुई है हमास की और ईरानियन कमांडर्स की,
I am giving you your chance.
Sir,
what I am trying to say.
Arnab,
what I'm trying to say to you, sir. Sir, listen to me.
Arnab,
sir, listen to me.
Listen to you.
Sir, listen to me.
Reply.
1 minute, sir. Dr. Elahi, I'm asking you a question. I am asking you a question. Can I ask you a question, Dr. Elahi? You are a very senior political analyst. Sir, मेरे को जो खबर है कि 1967 और जनरल बख्शी हमारे साथ हैं, बहुत सीनियर इंडियन आर्मी ऑफिसर हैं. He has seen action in 71. The thing is, in 1967, Ziaul Haq was a brigadier level officer, General Bakshi. पाकिस्तानियों को पैसा दिया गया और इंटर्न पाकिस्तान सरकार ने जियाउल हक को जॉर्डन भेजा और ऐसी मैसेकर की फिलिस्तीनियों की, ऐसी मैसेकर की, इतने फिलिस्तीनियन men, women and children were massacred by Ziaul Haq. Ziaul Haq and the Pakistani army led the operation called Black September, which led the massacre of Palestinian men, women and children. अब मैं ये सच्चाई अगर डायरेक्टली फेस टू फेस इन पाकिस्तानियों को कहूं तो एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाते, मगर यही सच्चाई है. आप डिनाई कीजिए.
नहीं, अगर
आप डिनाई कीजिए, हिम्मत है तो डिनाई कीजिए.
सबसे पहले
आप डिनाई कर सकते हैं क्या? डॉक्टर इलाही, मैं सच कह रहा हूं कि गलत? ये आपकी देश का इतिहास है. आप लोग ऐसे ही हैं.
Will you give me some time to reply, or you will keep on talking, my dear? First of all, in 1967,
yes sir, reply.
Jordan was not in this position to help Pakistan. Pakistan was helping Jordan, Syria, and different other countries in 1967, and we were training their armies, starting from Syria and Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and 7 countries. So what you're talking about is Brigadier Ziaul Haq was deputed in Jordan. And he was training in artillery. He was basically there for artillery training, and he was
Sir,
there.
He led the operation in Black September, leading the massacre of Palestinians.
But he didn't.
आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? You stand with the Palestinian cause.
First of all, I will tell you one more thing. Hamas is not supported by Pakistan government.
There you are.
Your claim was.
There you are. General Bakshi, आपने देखा?
Your claim is wrong. Pakistani government is not supporting Hamas at all.
Yeah.
We don't accept them. Number 1. Number 2,
you'll fight for anyone who gives you money.
You're talking about
you took money from Americans, you took money from Osama, you took money from the Jordanians. You're a mercenary country.
Terrorist organization which has attacked Israel. So they are fighting between Israel and terrorists. But the Palestinian state has also dissociated from Hamas. So same is with Pakistan. They're not supporting Hamas, but they're supporting the killings and atrocities being done to civilians as it is being done in Kashmir. You are doing the same thing in Kashmir, which is being done in Palestine. Another thing, you were saying that Hamas is supported by Pakistan. Is no, sir. It is totally wrong. And you're showing a wrong footage of Karachi, people raising slogans for price hike, and you're saying it is Hamas supporting. No, sir. So please be true and incorrect in your views, because you're a journalist. Maybe you're
14th of
anti-Pakistan,
June.
but at least
14th of June.
show the proper footages. Don't show wrong footages, please.
The top
Another thing
military
is,
commander
Pakistan,
of Iran,
yes, supports
Mahmoud
Palestine,
Abbas of
but not
Palestine.
Hamas. And if Hamas
Mohammed
is
Daif,
doing terrorist activities,
Hamas ka
we
commander
don't
hai.
support them. We
He is
condemn
married
them
to a
like other
Chinese
countries.
lady, a Chinese Muslim. इन तीनों की मीटिंग चाइना में हुई है. ये पूरी अटैक की प्लानिंग has been orchestrated by Pakistan.
भाईजान ये पता नहीं आप पेपर स्टोरीज बना रहे हैं. Pakistan, Iran और China, nobody is involved in it. Pakistan has dissociated. Iran has dissociated. So they are not behind any attack from Hamas. So Hamas as a terrorist group has done that their own, and they are facing the consequences.
Iran cannot
Sorry,
risk
sir. I
Operation
told you before
Opera
that
once again.
government level,
Operation
government of
Opera,
Pakistan
the
does not
Israelis
support
bombed
Hamas.
the nuclear
They
reactor
don't
in
support
Baghdad.
any terrorist.
And Iran knows that if it says
Even
it is involved
Irani
in this
president
attack,
has denied.
Israelis
They are the
will
best
destroy
judge,
the
but he has
nuclear
denied.
facility.
Even Iran has
do not know the
denied the
history,
support
sir.
of Hamas
आप जाके
in this
इतिहास
attack.
पढ़िए पहले.
And Pakistan is totally declaring that we are not with Hamas. We don't support them.
You have
We
not
don't
read
support their
history.
actions.
You are not reading
Okay,
the
better
facts.
you read history. You are asking me the questions. I am
telling
replying.
you.
That we are
I
not
am
with
telling
Hamas.
you, Mohammed
not
Daif,
supporting Hamas.
Mohammed Daif,
not
जो
supporting
Hamas
their
commander
activities.
है,
Not
वो
supporting
China
their
में पढ़ रहा
terrorism.
है. He was studying the engineering in
We
the
support
Chinese university.
Palestinian cause,
He is
not
married to a
Hamas,
Chinese
not
Muslim.
terrorism, no attacks on
Then
civilians. As
Mahmoud
Mr. Bakshi
Abbas on
says,
14
that the
June
Holy
has been
Quran
in China,
I think this is
has
totally
ensured
hypocrisy. See, one minute.
the old women and children
I want
to be
General Bakshi
saved
to come
in
in.
war.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. General Bakshi, this is complete whataboutery, and I'll explain why. Shehbaz Sharif, the former Prime Minister who recently stepped down in favor of the interim government, said, ending Israel's illegal occupation, settlement, expansion on Pakistani land, plana, tikana, everything. He says, I am not surprised by today's events. Look at the way Shehbaz Sharif justifies the rape of women and the kidnapping of babies.
No,
he says, I am not surprised.
You are misinterpreting,
Which koi badi baat nahi hai. Listen to me. No, 1 minute. Allow me to complete, please. I understand English and so do you, sir.
Be true.
I understand English well and so do you, sir. Now the question is, please don't teach me truth. Pakistani teaches me
you are
truth.
Interpreting it the
Please,
wrong way.
it's a very funny thing, sir.
You are saying Hamas is supported by Pakistan.
Sir, listen to me. Sir, please. Sir, Hamas is supported by Pakistan. You support anyone who you believe is fighting and targeting non-Muslims. Now, what he has said, what Shehbaz Sharif has said is, I am not surprised by today's events. What else can one expect when Israel continues to deny Palestinians their right to self-determination and statehood? My question is, when he says, General Bakshi, what else can one expect when Israel denies Palestinians? Which means, if Israel denies Palestinians what Palestinians believe is their right, then anyone claiming to be on the Palestinian side, including the Hamas terrorists, have a right to carry out mass rapes and baby abductions. This is simply it. There is no detailed comment, General Bakshi, on what they have done to the women and babies. There is no detailed comment on that. Every comment is put out in a larger framework of the Palestinian cause. Rubbish.
100 misinterpretation of a statement.
Arnab,
I have quoted his statement verbatim. General Bakshi and Raja Faisal. General Bakshi.
Look, the United Nations resolution number 1967 on terrorism very clearly stated. Please let me finish. I'm saying that the 1967 UN resolution on terrorism said no cause in the world justifies the use of terror as a tactic. No cause. And that includes the much touted Palestinian cause. Right? It does not justify the use of terror.
And General Bakshi, what about
what is happening in Kashmir?
Let General Bakshi speak, please. Thank you. One versus one. General Bakshi.
In the state of West Bank,
in occupied Kashmir,
in the area of West Bank, you say there is a Palestinian Authority. Who is the Hamas? Who is the Hamas to champion the cause of the Palestinians in such a stupid manner that they have gotten, they have done their worst to get them bashed up. To get them bashed up. You cite rockets in hospitals, in schools, in mosques, in the hope that they will be attacked, and you can express moral outrage and indignation. I mean, that is the limit.
If you're talking about Gaza, I agree with you.
It is the limit of, indecency against your own Palestinian people. Why are you citing rockets in schools, in residential complexes, in hospitals? Please tell me why.
The resolutions related to Palestine. The resolution related to Palestine, it clearly
is what you are seeing, Raja.
To even take up
Raja, for God's sake, look at that picture.
The resolution tells them.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. Is that picture fake news of that woman being stripped and raped?
You're showing the wrong pictures.
Is that
you
fake
are showing
news?
the wrong pictures. You should be showing blockade.
Showing the wrong pictures?
You should be showing.
You are doing the wrong things.
Gaza. You should be showing kids being killed there. You should be showing women
You are
being killed there.
You are doing the wrong things, and then you are having the gall to defend them in a civilized discourse. It cannot be accepted.
Presenting the fake news to me.
You ought to fight.
And if
there is a decency
talk about Arnab.
even in war,
Earlier Arnab was talking about
there is
that
decency
they were
even in war and mayhem.
No, Arnab was talking about that.
There is
in Pakistan
decency
related to Pakistan should
war,
take side of Abbas and all.
And
Did you actually go do you know how to read Urdu? Have you ever read
This is indecent, damn
you know
it.
what it said?
Take a
I
look.
written it down. While it was
Take
going
a
through,
look,
I
man.
just written it down
A picture
and
is
it
worth
said
1,000
Bijli
words.
ke bill namanzoor.
Raja,
Bijli
you
ke bill namanzoor.
will
And the other
save
one
yourself
was
1,000 words
Karachi
if
mein
you take a look at this picture.
These were the slogans.
It speaks,
Your
it
program
says
is full
everything
of
that has
fake
to be
news.
said. Take a look at
But viewers,
that
as you
picture.
see the
Take
reaction
a
from
look at that
Pakistan,
picture of
as
those
you see the
poor,
reaction from
poor
Pakistan,
girls.
there are two things we need to be very careful of. When any country, any nationalist country, nationalist country that is majority non-Muslim is seen to be a threat to the Islamist terrorists.
Not at all.
I think all nationalist countries should be very strong right now.
By the way,
And particularly India. India should learn from the mistakes of Israel. You see, in Israel, there was a feeling that the government was uncertain, that there was some coalition politics. The government was not on sure footing. Netanyahu was losing support. There was a liberal coterie which was gaining ground. And some people even wanted to talk to the Hamas and extend them help. You see, viewers, what happens when a country goes soft? I know Israel will hit back now. I know Netanyahu will not spare the Hamas. But remember, there was a period of about 6 months when Israel went soft. And that is why I always say, we must always verify the cause of our own actions. India as a nation is at that moment in its history when we will succeed in reaching where we will only if we continue to be a tough state, ladies and gentlemen. We need to watch out across the border. Keep a very close watch on the Pakistanis. And if required, hit them hard a couple of times again so they don't get overambitious. When I come back on the other side, why the Muslim world is totally divided on this case.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
massive destruction that has taken place here in the central Tel Aviv. All the residentials, they have been asked to vacate this area. No one is inside.
Republic is with the Israeli forces. Israeli forces was clearly mentioned. They are going to retaliate and they are completely ready now, as we can see.
Hamas target of significant value that has been neutralized over the last 24 hours.
There have been several. We've been able to neutralize several launching sites from where they've been launching rockets, weapons caches where they store rockets and other types of weapons.
Right now we are at a place that has been declared as a war zone. So the entire country is at war with the terrorists of Hamas, and right now we are in the center of Tel Aviv. This is one of the residential buildings that has been hit from the south. The destruction is visible. All the residentials, they have been asked to vacate this area. No one is inside. Now the intensified operations are on, and what exactly is being done is a multi-front war being imposed on the Israel. But what Israel is saying that we are capable enough to tackle both the attempts that are being made by and will decimate the Hamas as well as the attempts of the Hezbollah. Right now we are in the Sodot area of the Israel. This is one of the area that has been hit by the Hamas terrorist, and this was the police station of the Sedroit that was razed almost into ashes by the terror strike that has taken place. But
in the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
We have been in the central of Tel Aviv, and where we can show you the visuals. It's one of the building which was destroyed. There was a missile from the airstrike from the south, which has hit the destructions all over the place here, and the place was evacuated right after the missile airstrike.
Right now we are at a place that has been declared as a war zone. So the entire country is at war with the terrorists of Hamas.
India's best 5G smartphone brand.
इजराइल का एयर डोम सिस्टम जो है वो इस वक्त एक्टिवेट हो गया है। आप देखिए ये इस वक्त जो है फायरिंग जो है वो यहाँ पर हो रही है। यहाँ पे हमें कहा गया है कि यहाँ पे नीचे हो जाए। मैं विजय सुरेंद्र से कहूंगा कि वो नीचे हो जाए। और वो देखिए आप हमारे सिर के ऊपर से लगातार जो है मिसाइल्स जा रही हैं। ये सबसे बड़ा हमला जो है वो हुआ है। आप देखिए बिल्कुल पास में जो है वो यहाँ पे मिसाइल्स गिरी हैं।
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
We have been in the central of Tel Aviv, and where we can show you the visuals. It's one of the building which was destroyed. There was a missile from the airstrike from the south, which has hit the destructions all over the place here, and the place was evacuated right after the missile airstrike.
The massive destruction that has taken place here in the central Tel Aviv. All the residentials, they have been asked to vacate this area. No one is inside.
Republic is with the Israeli forces. Israeli forces was clearly mentioned. They are going to retaliate, and they are completely ready now, as we can see.
Hamas target of significant value that has been neutralized over the last 24 hours.
There have been several. We've been able to neutralize several launching sites from where they've been launching rockets, weapons caches where they store rockets and other types of weapons.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10. Presented by Berger Easy Clean. Powered by Reva University, Quick Heal Secrite, Green Lamb Laminates, PolicyBazaar.com, and Cucina. Co-powered by Mankind Pharma.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The fact is that there is no unity in the Muslim world. The Muslim world is totally divided, broken up on this issue. For all these narratives stitched, for all you will hear from some people who claim to be Muslim leaders in India, there is no unity. Today, globally, we are seeing a broken and divided Muslim world. The Muslim world is totally divided on Hamas, on terrorism, which is good. What we see, Hamas terror and the Israeli massive fight back as it plays out through the rightful pounding of Hamas, is a moment that proves that the world has moved on. From blocks based on religion to blocks that are either pro or anti-terrorism. This is why Egypt is talking to America. Very good. UAE, Morocco, Jordan, Saudi Arabia. All powerful Muslim countries are coming out and saying, stop this. Even Iran has gone quiet. And if these All India Muslim Personal Law Board, Asaduddin Owaisi types make you believe that the Muslim world is together, no, ladies and gentlemen, no. Because this is about terrorism. Unfortunately, some people in India are trying to make it out to be Muslim versus non-Muslim. Muslim world fighting the non-Muslim world. Good Muslims fighting bad Jews. No, it's not like that. Even Iran, beyond Ayatollah al-Khamenei blowing kisses to Hamas for devastating Israel, there's really not that much support within Iran itself. So the fact is, Hamas, all this Palestinian talk is not going anywhere. Beyond 1 minute silences and irrelevant Pakistani support, the incident playing out makes one thing very clear, that every country across the world today is focused on its own interest, on development, on trade, on economic growth. The days are gone to move troops, to rush aid, to fly down jets, to support anything on the basis of loyalty, on the basis of religious loyalty. Every country is looking out for its self-interest, ladies and gentlemen. This whole concept of Muslim world is an illusion. There is nothing like the Muslim world. People are on the side of right and wrong. People are supporting national interest. Morocco will work for its national interest. Egypt is a very large Muslim majority country. But Egypt is talking to America. Now we should decide here in India, do we want some people in India who constantly take a pro-Pakistan line to start making this a Muslim versus non-Muslim issue? Muslims are persecuted by bad Jews. And who are these people who have raped the women, kidnapped the babies? Are they citing religion to justify their acts? So this is a very critical moment. Viewers, we must use this moment to make sure that henceforth and in the future, in the name of religion, there can be no consolidation for what is wrong, for what is wrong is wrong. Problem is, you carry out terrorism, you carry out rape, you carry out murder, you carry out bomb blasts, you carry out suicide attacks, you carry out hotel bombings, you carry out Olympic kidnappings, you carry out airline hijackings, you carry out nikah halala, you do anything wrong. And then you use the name of religion to justify it. What is wrong is wrong. And good Muslims and good Hindus and good Christians must come together, including good Muslims, and say this is wrong. Don't go by lobbies who at this point of time say, no, no, support Hamas. They are for the Muslim cause. They are for no Muslim cause. They are for no Muslim cause. And viewers, let me say, you don't need to prove that you are secular by taking a pro-anti-minority religion, Hindu-Muslim religion, Jew angle to this. No, it's about terrorism. Was Osama bin Laden fighting for a Muslim cause? Did Al-Zawahiri fight for a Muslim cause? Did Qassab fight for a Muslim cause? Did the Hamas carry out mass rapes for a Muslim cause? No. And so to expect that after this act of terrorism, when Israel hits back, which it will, and which to an extent it must. It must. There should be no crybabies who come out and say, no, but you know what? Human rights, targeting of religion. No, it's not. Good versus bad, right versus wrong, falsehood versus truth, white versus black, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this is. That's why the Muslim world, if there is one, which you call a demographically majority Muslim world, is divided. Indonesia is not supporting what Hamas has done. No right-thinking country is supporting what Hamas has done. Only unfortunately in India, and I hope my panelists later like Atikur Rahman and Talam Rashidi and Adil Nazir and Syed Asad Abbas also take a similar line. Because this time, ladies and gentlemen, the Muslim world is divided. Don't let any political voices in India tell you otherwise. Let's debate.
Kibbutz Kfar Aza has seen worst of the crimes of Hamas terrorists on October 7th, including murder of babies.
It's not a war. It's not a battlefield. You see the babies, the mother, the fathers in their bedrooms, in their protection rooms, and how the terrorists kill them. It's not a war. It's not a battlefield. It's a massacre. It's a terror activity.
Hamas terrorists hunted down women as they barged on Israel's soil.
Well, I was locked in the shelter. I didn't know what's going on. I just heard shooting, and I had Hamas people walking around my house. Around in my garden, I heard them, and it was very, very scary, very crazy, very brutal. Whoever they saw, they just killed them, raped them, brutally murdered them, burnt them alive.
Crimes by Hamas terrorists on Israeli soil have been unspeakable. In the last 4 days, Israel has destroyed key institutions in Gaza that doubled up as centers of Hamas. These include mosques and Islamic universities. And the Muslim world has not gone beyond statements in this fight.
Maalesef İsrail ve Gazze'deki çatışmalarda bu ilke çok ağır bir şekilde ihlal edilmektedir. İsrail topraklarındaki sivillerin öldürülmesine açıkça karşı çıkıyoruz. Aynı şekilde Gazze'deki masumların hiçbir ayrım gözetilmeden sürekli bombardımana maruz bırakılarak katledilmelerini de asla kabul etmiyoruz.
But the terror sympathizers and pro-Palestine lobby in India is crawling out and shouting for relevance. Fundamentalist groups in India have come out in support of Palestine and justified Hamas attack. Political parties too took a pro-Palestine stand for appeasement politics.
I think many people have supported what the Congress party has said. Many people have stated that the Congress party has not forgotten its ideological position. The Congress party has condemned the attacks on Israeli civilians.
These political parties have been given a reality check by UPA-era NSA.
Frankly, this is a case where Israel has been attacked by terrorism. And so, from my point of view, I think what Prime Minister Modi said is correct. This is the right reaction, I think. You can't equate both sides when one side is the victim and the other is the attacker.
It's time the pro-Palestine lobby in India gets the message. Let's debate.
And the debate is taking a very serious turn. And at the start of the debate, I call upon all Muslim leaders in India not to mislead Indian Muslims anymore. You see, I think Indian Muslims do not support rape. Indian Muslims do not support raping women and then burning them. And Indian Muslims are also against raping women next to the bodies of their dead husbands. And I think it is important that people who are vocal Muslims like Atikur Rahman, Talamar Rashidi stop looking at this in terms of Acha, Hamas is Muslim, Israel is non-Muslim, so we'll support the Muslim side irrespective of what they do. If a Muslim group in the name of Islam does something very wrong, they must be opposed and finished. In the name of religion, you are carrying out this inhumanity. सोच समझ के बात की जाए आदिल नज़ीर जी, क्योंकि जो हुआ है, जो बर्बरता हुई है, और ये लोग इनकी जुर्रत इतनी है कि इस्लाम के नाम पे ये सब कर रहे हैं. बच्चों को किडनैप किया है, कितने 100 इजरायली औरतों का बलात्कार हुआ है, उनको किडनैप किया है, सब कुछ इस्लाम के नाम पे कर रहे हैं. इसीलिए इस बार जो इस्लामिक वर्ल्ड है टोटली डिवाइडेड है.
आप इस्लाम को क्यों बदनाम कर रहे हैं इस्लाम के नाम पे?
मैं कह रहा हूं वो नाम पे कर रहे हैं. आप मेरी बात सुनिए रशीदी जी, मेरी बात सुनिए. हमास क्लेम्स टू रिप्रेजेंट दिस एज अ रिलीजियस वॉर. नाउ प्लीज बी क्वाइट. लेट मी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कंप्लीट माय क्वेश्चन. डू यू सपोर्ट, लेट मी आस्क यू वन क्वेश्चन सिंस यू आर शाउटिंग. लेट मी आस्क यू, since the last 48 hours, you, Sushil Pandit, Sanju Verma, we have all got the details of what has happened. Videos देखी नहीं आपने. The reality is,
videos.
2 दिन पहले एक expectation था Sanju Verma that the Muslim world will come together and question or counter attack Israel more. Today the whole Muslim world is quiet. इसीलिए don't mislead Indian Muslims. Whole Muslim world, Morocco is not, Egypt is not, Indonesia is not, Jordan is not, Saudi Arabia is not, UAE is not. All these are Muslim countries. They are against what Hamas has done. आप इधर लोगों को भड़का रहे हैं. आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या बनती है?
अर्नब, लोगों को आप भड़का रहे हैं.
आपकी क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है?
हिंदू इशू ही नहीं है ये. हिंदू मुस्लिम इशू ही नहीं है. इट्स अ इशू ऑफ राइट एंड रॉन्ग. इट्स अ इशू ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटी, ह्यूमैनिटेरियन, ह्यूमन राइट्स. आप ये जो मुस्लिम कंट्रीज का नाम ले रहे हैं, क्या कितने ह्यूमन राइट्स है? आप बात मत करिए. आपके प्रोपेगेंडा को जब सूट करता हो तो आप प्रो मुस्लिम कंट्रीज हो जाते हैं. जब आपके प्रोपेगेंडा को सूट नहीं करता हो तो एंटी मुस्लिम कंट्रीज हो जाते हैं. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा.
इज इजिप्ट नॉट अ मुस्लिम कंट्री?
ये
इजिप्ट मुस्लिम कंट्री नहीं है.
ये हिंदू मुस्लिम है ही नहीं.
इजिप्ट मुस्लिम कंट्री नहीं है.
डोंट मेक इट अप.
इजिप्ट मुस्लिम कंट्री है कि नहीं है?
मुझे जवाब देने दीजिए. बोलने दीजिए.
आप तो बोल रहे थे ना मुस्लिम वर्ल्ड विल बी यूनाइटेड. वेयर इज द यूनिटी इन द मुस्लिम वर्ल्ड?
Let me. It's not.
Where is the unity in the Muslim world?
It's not a Muslim and a non-Muslim issue.
Where is the unity in the Muslim world?
कहीं भी हो. Who cares? Who cares? Being an Indian, being a true patriotic Indian, being a follower of Indian Constitution, being a follower of Gandhi, I have my rights to tell what is wrong and what is right. Right from Gandhi to Narendra Modi, we have always supported the Palestinian cause. We are sitting here and we are not supporting Hamas. Make it very clear to you and to everyone, to your viewers. We are not supporting Hamas here. We are here sitting supporting the Palestinian cause, and India has always done that. Right from Gandhi ji to Nehru to Narendra Modi ji, our current Prime Minister, India has always supported the Palestinian cause.
I am
Make
sure.
it very clear
Listen to me. Listen to me, sir. Sir, one minute. First of all, I want to tell you, Tala Amar Rashidi, listen to me. Listen to me, Tala Amar Rashidi ji. Mr. Rashidi ji, listen to me.
The genocide of 2 million people is the topmost issue.
First of all, I want you to be quiet for 1 minute and listen to me. First of all, I want you to be quiet for 1 minute and listen to me. First, you realize whose program you are on. You are on my program, and I am the only journalist who can say openly on television that I am not a Gandhian.
objective.
I am not a
cares,
Gandhian,
Arnab?
sir.
No one cares. The nation
You may
does
be a
not want to
Gandhian,
know
I am not a
the
Gandhian.
nation.
Point
I
number
know
one,
you are
point
not a
number
follower
one,
of
I am very
Godse.
proud,
I know you are
clearly
a
saying
follower
I am not a
of Godse.
Gandhian.
Godse
I
का
don't
आप
agree with the
भगवान मानते
Gandhian
हैं, आप
worldview
Godse
on
को
things.
follow करते हैं।
1 minute
आप
now,
Godse
no,
को
no, no,
follow
that
करते
doesn't
हैं,
mean,
मुझे
no,
पता
no.
है।
Anybody who
मुझे
does
पता है
not
आप
believe in
Godse
the
को follow
Gandhian
करते
view
हैं।
is not a
इसीलिए तो आपका
pro-Godse.
channel चल रहा है।
Ambedkar
You are a
disagreed with
follower of
Gandhi.
Godse.
Ambedkar had the most disagreements with Gandhi.
You are
Ambedkar
a follower of
was
Godse.
against Gandhi.
कहिए ना खुलकर।
Netaji
आप
was
जिस
against
दिन
Gandhi.
कहिए मैं
How
Godse को
dare you
follow
talk
करता
like
हूँ।
that?
Why
Don't
don't you
invoke
say
the
that?
Gandhian
Can
name
you
on
dare to
everything.
say that you follow
Gandhi
Godse?
ji has his
You are a
own point
follower
of view. We may
Godse.
not agree
I
with
know
him.
you don't
1
follow
minute.
Gandhi.
For example, one minute. Will you be quiet? You have no understanding of history. You have no understanding of history. Please be quiet.
You don't have no. You have
Please be
graduated
quiet.
from Godse.
Please be quiet. I am saying don't pull out the Gandhian card on me. I am asking you to be quiet, sir. I have my own view. It's a democracy. I am not a Gandhian. Don't pull the Gandhian card on me.
I accept.
Gandhi, I have many disagreements with Gandhi. I don't agree with the way Gandhi was encouraging Indians to fight for the British in the First World War.
Do you accept Gandhi as the father of the nation?
I don't
Do you
agree with the
accept
Gandhian view on
Gandhi
things.
as the father of the nation?
Gandhi said he believed in non-violence, but in the First World War, Gandhi was exhorting Indians to fight for the empire. I don't agree with Gandhi.
Do you accept Gandhi as the father of the
I
nation?
believe Gandhi had many
Do you accept
contradictions.
Gandhi as the
Don't
father
pull the
of the
Gandhi
nation?
card on me, sir. I have
Do
studied
you
Gandhi
accept
more than
Gandhi
you.
as the father of the
Now,
nation?
anyway, discussion is not on Gandhi. Discussion is not on Gandhi.
No,
Now
it
listen
was
to me.
not.
Let me conclude
The
my
question
point.
is
Let me
this.
conclude my point.
The question is, Palestine for a long time has, Sushil, been the excuse for all Arab nations, Muslim nations to go after Israel. This time, Lebanon and Syria have leaped in, but the Muslim world unity is broken on the subject. My question is why, Sushil? It is very important. This time the Muslim world is broken, divided. Why, Sushil?
Yes. Arnab, the very reason probably Hamas perpetrated this carnage, people say, is to bring the Muslim world together. Force those who were breaking this unity, who were taking an independent line, who were striking their own deals in national interest, who were collaborating in peace in the West Asia, to disrupt that process, to disrupt a new trade route, the spice route India proposed to Europe, to disrupt Abrahamic Accords, to disrupt one-to-one relationships between UAE and Saudi Arabia and Morocco, to disrupt these processes and to force them through this carnage, through this invasion, in order to whip up the support for this cause within their population. This was one of their stratagems. Number two, the very fact that people within India, the usual suspects, overlooked the carnage, did not utter a word on what Hamas did on Saturday, 7th of October, but equated Hamas with Palestinian cause and stood up for Palestine as if suddenly you had to determine what happens to Palestine. No. What happened on 7th and 8th was what Hamas did to Israel, what Hamas did to innocent, unarmed women and children. And they did it screaming Allahu Akbar. When somebody objects to your stating that this was done in the name of Islam, remind them. When they were marshalling women, when they were spraying bullets indiscriminately, they were shouting Allahu Akbar. When they were taking hostages, when they were kicking, when they were dancing on corpses, they were screaming Allahu Akbar. How can anyone forget this? It was done in the name of Islam. And when they declared that this is for Al-Aqsa Mosque, for Baitul Muqaddas, what do you think that was? It was unambiguously in the name of Islam.
May I come in, Arnab?
So if the apologists want to lie,
want to distract.
Arnab, allow us to make
opinion.
our point here. What is this? We are not sitting in
to remind them.
We are not sitting in a BJP
You
rally.
have to remind them.
We get a response from Atik and then Sanju, please.
It was announced to the
Atik and then
world.
Sanju. One by one, please. Keep an order on the debate. I have time tonight. There is no third debate. You all don't need to get worked up.
This is an order on the debate.
You all don't need to. I'm getting a lot of responses to what I just said. That I am not a Gandhian.
Let me finish
But
my
ladies
point.
and gentlemen, that's a reality.
Let me finish making
People
my
are disagreeing with me, saying, why are you saying you're not a
Let me
Gandhian?
finish making
I am
my
saying
point.
to you, it is not compulsory for every Indian citizen to be a Gandhian. Yes, please. And the fact is, I'm getting Atikur Rahman to respond. Atik
You are
and then
supporter of
Sanju.
Godse.
The Muslim world is divided. See the UAE.
Thank you. Sushil.
Ambedkar was a supporter of Godse. You don't know Indian history.
Sushil ji.
Ambedkar was totally against Gandhi. Was he a supporter of Godse? Never read history and are talking here. Don't understand history and are talking here. What is Pathan? Atik, please respond.
Allow me now.
Sushil
Arnab,
ji, you
first
mentioned that people,
Arnab,
take the name of...
No,
I'm not allowing
Atik. The
Atik.
same courtesy which you extended to Mr.
After Atik, kya?
Acha, Atik, okay. Atik, go on.
Thank you.
Acha, Atik.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, Sushil ji, the Muslims who take Allahu Akbar and create a sort of atrocity on the fellow people are ultimately not liked by Allah. The Muslim world do not, support any sort of atrocities on non-Muslims. Period, sir. Period. Now, whoever are doing it are not Islamic people. Whoever are doing it, Allah will be punishing them, sir.
Tariq, I am tired of hearing this.
The people of the world, I know you are tired, sir. I know
When
you are
Jaish
tired,
Muhammad
sir.
does this,
because
when
it's a
Lashkar-e
whole
Taiba
gamut
does
of
this,
problem.
Hizbul
Now,
Mujahideen,
please, sir, allow me.
Lashkar-e Taiba,
You had your say.
Jaish Muhammad,
You had your say.
these are all
This is
names,
undemocratic, sir.
Islamist
you
names.
You are being undemocratic. This is not the...
No, but how can you blatantly lie when
things,
Iran
sir.
funds Hamas?
Please, of course, yes. You punish them, sir. You punish them. You do not malign a religion for the miseries of the people of the same co-religionists. Here, Arnab, I am making a point that we have a very
How
deep
do you judge
attachment
an ideology?
Spiritual.
If not by the way it is practiced.
Now, this spiritual, sir, Arnab, what is going on? Pandit ji, please allow me to make my point. You can rebut later on. Our, spiritual attachment with Masjid Aqsa, we shall have it with all the legal sanctity under the UN laws. Will you support us, sir? Will you support the Palestinian cause? Will you support the Muslim cause? Our first initial Kaaba, Makkah, was the Masjid al-Aqsa, sir. You know the history. And we shall have it with peace of the world. We will not be using any violence.
That is not the point.
I need your support, Arnab.
That is not the point.
Panjitji's support.
That is not the point.
Please,
no, you can't force anyone to support anyone on anything.
No,
now I want Sanju to respond.
First, you have to condemn.
One minute.
You have to condemn Hamas.
Just 1 minute. Sushil, I want to get Sanju in, please. Let's get everyone in. Let's be fair. Sushil, let's get Sanju in. And Atik, you made your point. You see, I'll just 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Thank you.
May I ask you here?
Thanks a lot.
Is there anything called the rule of law or not? You can't say that you have an attachment to a particular religious symbol or a religious place or a religious shrine or a religious location. And therefore you cannot say that because we are attached, hence we will justify an act of terrorism. Waris bhai, Sanju bol rahe, uske baad aapke paas aunga. I am saying there is a rule of law. Okay? Now the rule of law, there is the Abraham Accords, there is United Nations. Deal with it. अब मुझे पता है आपको बोलने का है, मगर आप समझ लीजिए कि आज अगर आप इधर बैठ के बोल रहे हैं ना मुसलमानों को आप डिवाइड करें, तो समझ जाइए पूरे दुनिया भर के ज्यादातर मुसलमान हमास के साथ नहीं है. आप जैसे पॉलिटिशियन इंडिया में लोगों को भड़का है, मगर आप उनको बताइए, आपके कंस्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों को बताइए मोरक्को का
दुनिया के हिंदू मोदी के साथ भी नहीं है, पूरे दुनिया के हिंदू मोदी के साथ भी नहीं है, बीजेपी के साथ भी नहीं है, ये भी आप ध्यान में रखो.
यूएई का क्या है? क्या है?
हाँ, तो पूरी दुनिया के हिंदू मोदी के साथ
यूएई में,
पूरे इंडिया के भी नहीं है
बीजेपी पावर में, सऊदी अरेबिया में बीजेपी पावर में, मलेशिया इंडोनेशिया में बीजेपी पावर में. आप किस दुनिया में?
पूरे दुनिया
लोगों को गुमराह करते रहते हैं. 15 मिनट पुलिस को हटाइए, देखते हैं क्या होता है। 80-20 आप है ना? संजू is responding. Sanju.
Okay.
I want to expose.
Okay.
After Sanju. After Sanju. Because we are.
Thank you. May I?
Yeah, but
Okay,
you can
Arnab.
expose me first. Fix your bandwidth.
Yeah, Arnab, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Go on.
Thank you. Arnab, there are a couple of points I want to make. First and foremost, I think Sushil Pandit is absolutely right. Apart from many other things, the terror attack by Hamas, and that to an unprovoked one, the barbarity, the ruthlessness, and the bloodthirsty manner in which it happened, beheading 40 babies, it is unheard of. The savagery is mind-numbing. Point number one. Point number two, people who say this has nothing to do with religion, I beg to differ. I'm sure I will be trolled, but I've even written about it on my, X handle. They say that terror has no religion. I just want to ask one thing, Arnab. People should read and come for your debates, especially. Hamas was set up in 1987, and Hamas clearly says, since 1987, it has officially said that we subscribe to the ideology of Muslim Brotherhood. Point number three, they have clearly said that we do not simply want the independence of Palestine or that Palestine should be recognized. We want the annihilation of Israel. Point number four, for everybody who says, even Vajpayee was supporting Palestine. So let me just give you a history. L.K. Advani as Home Minister visited Israel and then Palestine in June 2000. Jaswant Singh as the then Foreign Minister also visited in June 2000 Israel and then Palestine. Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon came to India when Vajpayee was the Prime Minister in August 2000. We are not denying those facts. But show me one statement of Atal Bihari Vajpayee or L.K. Advani where they have said that we support a terror organization called Hamas, which, by the way, has been occupying, thanks to an election, the Gaza Strip since 2006. In the last 17 years, Israel has had a naval, air and road blockade. But Israel since 2006 has not engaged in unprovoked aggression. So here, Israel is not the aggressor. Israel is not the oppressor. The oppressor is Hamas. And my last point, if you look at the history of Israel, since it was set up in 1948, and Arnab knows, geopolitical history very well. There have been a few wars. The Arab-Israeli War of 1948-49, the Arab-Israeli War of 1956, the Arab-Israeli War of 1967, 1973, 1982, and 2006. Show me one instance wherein all these half a dozen odd wars, Israel engaged in unprovoked aggression. Israel always retaliated. It was a reaction to an action. And let me tell you that the man who is considered the father of Palestine. Can I just finish? Can I finish? You will get your turn. You will get your turn. Arnab, I was making my last point. Arnab, this is not fair. I did not interject this guy. I did not interject this.
1 minute. Can I have some order on the panel? Order, please. Order, please. Order, please, on the panel. Thank you. Order, please, on the panel. Order on the panel. Thank you. No need to call anyone jihadi. Please, Sanju, please. Order on the panel, please.
Okay, thank you. Arnab,
okay, you can have him on 1 minute. Calm now. 1 versus 2. Yeah.
Arnab, let me finish. I did not interject anyone.
Let her complete, yeah. Don't be in a hurry. There's enough time, Syed.
What do you mean by jihadi? What do you mean by jihadi? What do you mean by jihadi? I think you subscribe to the jihadi philosophy, right?
Can you control your language also, please? Sanju, don't call anyone jihadi, and you don't have to call anyone Jalil, please.
Thank you.
I'm calling both of you.
I did not interject.
I'm asking everyone for restraint, please. Order, please. Thank you. Please go back on the subject.
Arnab, forget what Sanju
Go back on the subject. What is this?
Forget what any of the panelists here are saying. Forget what Sushil Pandit is saying. What I am appalled by, and I will get the political angle. Look at the post by Jairam Ramesh. Look at the post by Shashi Tharoor. Look at the post by Congress Working Committee and Rahul Gandhi, who has an opinion on everything under the sun. And डंके की चोट पे कहते हैं नफरत के बाजार में मैं मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने आया हूं. अरे राहुल गांधी भाई साहब, nanny of Rahul Gandhi, Jairam Ramesh ji, have you once called out Hamas, named and shamed them, called it a terror outfit? No, you have been indulging in whataboutery. We believe in peace, we believe in life of dignity, we believe in dialogue. वो सब तो ठीक है. Why can't you call Hamas a terror organization? Your Digvijay Singh, the likes of your Sam Pitroda, they say after a terror hit on India, हुआ तो हुआ. That is the attitude of the Congress top brass. Terror attack हुआ तो हुआ. After Mumbai terror attack of 26/11, the ex-Air Force chief, who was the IAF chief that time, Sali Homi Major, has given an interview in November 2021. It is viral on YouTube, where he says that the Indian Air Force in 2008 was capable to avenge the Mumbai terror attack. But Sonia Gandhi's kitchen cabinet and Manmohan Singh refused to give permission.
No, actually, what has happened here, Sanju? You see, let me give one reason why I believe the Muslim youth is divided. Can I get Syed Abbas and Syed Abbas, who's not spoken? Can I get Adil Nazir, who's not spoken, and then come back? Syed, 10-second intervention. Why is the Muslim world divided? Because this time, what these Islamist, jihadi, terrorists have done, they have done on camera. Islamist. So you can't deny it. Otherwise, you can come on TV and say, Arnab Goswami, आप झूठ बोल रहे. इस बार आदिल नजीर जी आप नहीं कह पा रहे कि अर्नब गोस्वामी जी आप झूठ बोल रहे. आप ही नहीं, पूरी होल मुस्लिम वर्ल्ड ने देखा है. That is why the Muslim world is divided.
Arnab, he called you Batmaniz.
No, I'm asking Syed Abbas. Syed Abbas. No, Syed Abbas. Syed Abbas, please. Syed Abbas.
Thank you, Arnab. Arnab, I have full faith that you are a fair anchor. You will allow me the equivalent time of Mr. Sushil Pandit and Sanju Verma. I have done my research for the debate, Arnab. I have quick 5 points to make and allow me. Arnab, it is great. It's absolutely great. I've also wished you for Republic Global. I'll tell you why there is a need of Republic Global in the world. Why? To take on the biased Western media, which behaves like the Lutyens media of the world. And I'll tell you why. BBC, CNN. Why is it, Arnab, when Palestinian children are killed, Palestinian women are hurt, 20 lakh people of Palestine are displaced from their homes, nobody speaks about that. None of the BBC, none of the CNN. That is why we need an unbiased media. Arnab, the real Godi media is the Western media. Why is it, Arnab, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji says nobody listens? What did he say? That the Israelis have wrongly come into the possession of Palestine and they must leave the land. Not just him. What has been the Indian policy since so many years? Be it Manmohan Singh, be it Rajiv Gandhi. Sir, allow me to finish, sir. I'll get internet.
Your 10 seconds is over.
Sir, let him complete, sir. Let him complete. Please
allow me, sir. Please be fair, sir. Please. Thank you. Now let me come to the point. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, same stand. Manmohan Singh, Rajiv Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, even Modi ji until 2019, his official statement. Now coming to the point, and rightly Modi ji has tweeted about it, that he stands with Israel against the terrorist attack. Let me tell you, Arnab, as a young Indian Muslim, I condemn the terrorist attack. Also, Arnab, I condemn all the terrorist attacks in the name of Israeli government which has taken place in Palestine. Arnab, you are a fair anchor. I stand by you. I come on your shows. I know you will raise the voice. And that is why there is a need of Republic Global. Now, the quick second point. Arnab, over 130 hospitals has been bombed by Israelis. Isn't it a war crime? Electricity has been cut off by Israel to Palestine. Isn't it a war crime? Not just that, Arnab, let me also tell you how many kids are languishing in the jails of Israel. Arnab, Israel does have Mossad. Arnab, let me also tell you, having the world's #1 intelligence agency like Mossad, let me tell you, they allowed it to happen. Why? So that they could retaliate, so that they could take Gaza off the track, so that they could repose the Palestinians off the hook. Arnab, the fact is,
all that doesn't answer. All that doesn't.
One
minute. These are all unnecessary conspiracy theories. The real question which needs to be answered और एक बार मैं जिन्होंने बात नहीं की अभी तक उनको मैं एक बार मौलाना शहाबुद्दीन रिजवी जी हैं, ही इज प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ ऑल इंडिया मुस्लिम जमात। मौलाना साहब, ये सारी जो जितने मुस्लिम कौम है, ऑल द मुस्लिम कंट्रीज, इनमें बहुत फूट है, दरार है। भारत में बोला जा रहा है, जितने मुस्लिम लीडर्स हैं कह रहे हैं वी आर ऑल मुस्लिम वर्ल्ड यूनाइटेड, मगर सारी मुस्लिम दुनिया इस बार हमास के साथ नहीं है। क्योंकि जैसे कहते हैं ना, कुछ ज्यादा हो गया, लक्ष्मण रेखा पार कर चुके हैं ये लोग, जितनी बर्बरता इन्होंने की है, इसलिए यूएई उनके साथ नहीं है। मुझे ये बताइए, यूएई उनके साथ नहीं, मोरक्को नहीं है, इजिप्ट नहीं है, जॉर्डन नहीं है, सऊदी अरब के लोग नहीं है, इंडोनेशिया के लोग नहीं है, मलेशिया के लोग नहीं है, पाकिस्तान को छोड़ के कोई मुस्लिम कौम उनका समर्थन नहीं कर रहा है। पाकिस्तान भी बोल रहे हैं हम भी उनके साथ नहीं है। आप मेरी बात समझ रहे हैं ना मौलाना जी? ये मुस्लिम नॉन मुस्लिम की इशू नहीं है, अभी ये बर्बरता की इशू है। आप जैसे जो मुस्लिम लीडर्स हैं, आप पर भी जिम्मेदारी बनती है, इस बर्बरता को एक्सपोज कीजिए। भारत के मुसलमानों को कहिए कि कभी भी हमास का समर्थन ना करें। भारत के मुसलमानों को कहिए, आप कहिए, तलामी रशीदी जी कहिए कि कभी मत भूलिए हमास ने क्या किया, कैसे इतने कितने 100 इजरायली औरतों का बलात्कार किया, बच्चों का अपहरण किया। आपकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है ताकि पूरी भारत की मुस्लिम समाज ये जाने कि हमास ने क्या किया है और जिस कारण आज हमास को कहीं से समर्थन नहीं मिल रहा है। मैं चाहता हूं भारत में भी नहीं मिले, मैं चाहता हूं भारत के किसी कोने में नहीं मिले, मैं चाहता हूं भारत के किसी सेक्शन में नहीं मिले। आप जैसे मौलानाओं पर जिम्मेदारी बनती कि आप जाके लोगों को जागरूक करें मौलाना जी कि हमास क्या कर रही है। जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि नहीं बनती है मौलाना साहब?
अर्नब
जी मोहतरम, बिल्कुल जिम्मेदारी बनती है, हर शख्स की, हर शहरी की जिम्मेदारी बनती है और हर शख्स को अपनी अपनी जिम्मेदारी को निभाना चाहिए। पहली बात यह है कि जो आपका सवाल है उसका जवाब यह है कि हिंदुस्तान का मुसलमान हमास की हिमायत नहीं करता और न हम लोग हमास की हिमायत करते हैं और न हमास की कारकर्दगी को, उसकी
वेरी गुड।
और हमने शुरुआती ही दौर में सबसे पहले ये ऐलान किया था।
ये सुनिए तला जी, सुनिए, सीखिए।
लोग सड़कों पर उतर करके मैंने देखिए मैंने सब लोगों की बातें सुनी है बहुत दिलजमाई के साथ में। वैसे मेरी बात भी दिलजमाई के साथ सुने, मैंने किसी को डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया। मैंने शुरुआती दौर में जिस वक्त हमास ने हमला किया था तो मैंने ये ऐलान किया था, तमाम मुसलमानों से अपील की थी कि लोग सड़कों पर आकर के एजिटेशन, एहतजाज न करें, बल्कि फिलिस्तीन के मुसलमानों की तहफ़्फ़ुज़ के लिए और मस्जिद अक़सा की बका और उसकी सालमियत के लिए अपनी मस्जिदों में, अपनी दुकानों में, खानकाहों में, मदरसों में, स्कूल कॉलेजों में दुआ का एहतमाम करें ताकि जल्द से जल्द बैतुल मुक़द्दस की बाजियाबी हो और वहाँ आज़ादाना तरीके से मुसलमान नमाज पढ़ सकें। और चूंकि जो हमला हुआ है, हमास ने जो हमला किया वो दरअसल फारसी के एक मशहूर फलसफी गुजरे हैं हजरत शेख सादी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह। उनके बकौल तंग आमद बजंग आमद की मिसाल के तौर पर कह सकते हैं कि रोजाना फिलिस्तीनी फौजों की वहां पर जो फिलिस्तीनी यानी इस्राएली फौजों की तरफ से फिलिस्तीनी मुसलमानों को रोजाना मारा जा रहा था, बच्चे औरतों को मारा जा रहा था, तो उसके रिएक्शन में हमास ने हमला किया। इसके बावजूद भी हम हमास के हमले को जायज
क्या कह रहे हैं? ये रिएक्शन है, ये रिएक्शन है।
पूरी बात
आप इसको जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं, क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
पूरी बात सुनिए।
औरतों को अपहरण किया, बलात्कार हो रहा है,
इसके बावजूद भी हम हमास के हमले को जायज नहीं ठहरा रहे हैं, मगर
कभी सुधर नहीं सकते।
पूरी बात सुन लीजिए, पूरी बात सुनिए। तंग आमद बजंग आमद के तौर पर यह हमास ने हमला किया, मगर हमास के हमले को हम जायज करार नहीं दे रहे हैं। मगर जो हुआ सो हुआ, वहाँ पे हम बातचीत मसले का हल है। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को चाहिए कि वहाँ बातचीत करके दोनों समुदाय से बात करके, इसराइल और फिलिस्तीन से बात करके अमन शांति की बहाली को लेकर के आए, अमल दरामद करवाएं, पहल करें। हिंदुस्तान हमारा इस नोयत पर पहुंच चुका है, इस मंजिल पर पहुंच चुका है हमारा भारत कि वहां पे सालसी का किरदार, मेडिटेटिव का किरदार अदा कर सकता है और अमन शांति कायम हो सकती है।
संजू वर्मा
कायम करने के लिए मोदी जी को पहल करना चाहिए।
अर्नब बोलने दीजिए, लेट मी स्पीक।
मोदी जी को पहल करना चाहिए अमन शांति की बहाली के लिए।
एक मिनट, सौरभ has actually not spoken.
मुस्लिम दुनिया बटी हुई है।
No. I think I let Saurabh make a point. Saurabh, go on, Saurabh.
मौलाना साहब मुझे बोलने दे। मौलाना साहब बोलने दे। आपने बहुत कहा, this is not a debate of what is happening between Hamas and Israel. This is a debate about the question of terrorism. These people have killed innocent people. You should be talking about that. You should be talking about the fact that the issue, are you with terrorism or are you against it? The world has to stand up against the terrorism inflicted by Hamas and you have to call them out. Sir, अगर आप सचमुच असली जिसे कहते हैं आपके जहन में जरा सा भी ह्यूमैनिटेरियन थॉट है, ह्यूमैनिटी है, तो आप इसके खिलाफ पुरजोर तरीके से खड़े होंगे। वो आपको आज करना है, ये बात नहीं है। Forget about religion, forget about your ideology. You have to stand against terrorism, and that's the reason why rational countries in the Muslim world are also standing against Hamas and this gory terrorist act.
हम आतंकवाद
You have to talk about it, मौलाना साहब। आपको ये खड़ा होकर बोलना पड़ेगा। और every political party in India is be talking about it. This is they are against Hamas and their terror Ayatollahs who are running this countries.
I think 30% secular commercial and then I'm back, Sanju. Your side, your turn on the other side.
Right now we are in the Sodot area of the Israel. This is one of the area that has been hit by the Hamas terrorist, and this was the police station of the Sedroid that was razed almost into ashes.
Sanju Verma is reopening the debate. I'm coming back to you, Saurabh, in just a minute.
Okay.
Let's go back to the issue. क्यों avoid किया जा रहा है? My point is Muslim world is divided. That's the real issue. Accept करने में problem क्यों हो रही है? Why is the Muslim world divided is what we should look at. Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, taking
After
off from
Sanju,
where
I'll
you
come
left,
to for your jawab. Ji.
taking off from where you left, I think the barbarity with which Hamas has beheaded even babies and mutilated the dead bodies of women by pissing on naked bodies of women. I am surprised, but yet not surprised that even, Qatar, Muslim countries like UAE and Bahrain and Morocco and Jordan have condemned Hamas and stood in solidarity with Israel, because what has happened against Israel is dehumanizing. And if anyone tries to conflate that with, dignity to the Palestinians, has completely lost the plot. I will just tell you this, and in 30 seconds, what I am against. Can you imagine anyone who has a sane mind in the 21st century saying that Hitler's Holocaust is something that I condemn? But you know what? Hitler was a great administrator. I condemn Burhan Wani, but you know what? Burhan Wani तो एक बेचारे हेडमास्टर का बच्चा था. You know what? I condemn the 2001 Parliament attack, but Afzal Guru तो डॉक्टर था. I condemn the 1993 Mumbai blast by Yaqub Memon, but you know what? Yaqub Memon तो एक बहुत पढ़ा लिखा चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट था. I condemn Osama bin Laden, but you know what? Osama bin Laden was a great student of philosophy. You know what? I condemn what happened with Israel, but in the same vein, if you condemn Hamas, you should also call Israel as a terrorist state. This is what starlets like Gohar Khan, this is what would-be YouTubers and journalists who lost their relevance like Irina Akbar. This is what the likes of Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, Tala,
this is
louder,
what the likes of Asaduddin. They have been branding Israel as a terrorist state and comparing Israel with Hamas. ये है इनका नॉलेज का
अरे गोडसे की बहन जी बोल लेने दीजिए।
की कमी है और ये दर्शाता है कि जिहाद इज समथिंग दैट दे लिव बाय। इफ यू स्क्रैच द सरफेस ऑफ अ रैडिकल इस्लामिस्ट, गुस्ताखे रसूल की एक ही सजा, सरकल से जुदा, सरकल से जुदा। आप इसको भी सपोर्ट करते हो, हाँ या नहीं?
का नारा लगा के
गुस्ताखे रसूल की एक ही सजा, सरकल से जुदा, सरकल से जुदा।
की नाबालिग बच्ची को
रैडिकल इस्लामिस्ट
खामोश हो जाइए,
इनर जिहादी
गुस्सा दिखाइए, मणिपुर में खामोश हो जाइए।
जिहादी
मणिपुर पे आपकी गोली नहीं निकलेगी,
radical
मणिपुर पे गोली नहीं निकलेगी आपको, एक ट्वीट तक नहीं हो पाया।
Did you condemn what happened to Kanhaiya Lal when he was beheaded ISIS time? Did you condemn what happened with Umesh Kole in Amravati when he was beheaded? ISIS time? Did you condemn the beheading of Shakti Devi? ISIS time नहीं। आपके आका हैं जैशे मोहम्मद, आपके आका हैं मसूद अजहर, आपके आका हैं जमात इस्लामी, आपके आका हैं ओसामा बिन लादेन, आपके आका हैं बोको हराम। You basically belong to a radical Islamist philosophy
30 seconds
which
दीजिए।
subscribes to the idea of Muslim brotherhood, and Hamas also
I ask you again, you know,
हमासियों में कोई अंतर नहीं है।
Give me 30 seconds, बोलने दीजिए 30 सेकंड। अभी तक मैं अपनी बात नहीं रख पाया।
Arnab, can I please
और कह दीजिए नहीं रखना तो मैं चला जाता हूँ। बोलिए।
points, yeah. Arnab, can I be please?
Arnab, can I speak?
नहीं आप रखिए अपनी बात रखिए, मगर कोई आपको एक्सपोज करे और उनको आप गोडसे की बहन कहे, ये कतई एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है।
45 मिनट से एक्सपोज कर रहे हैं आप, 45 मिनट से एक्सपोज कर रहे हैं, बोलने नहीं दीजिए। ठीक है,
जिहादी भाई साहब
बोलने।
मैंने तो आपको कुछ नहीं कहा ना।
जिहादी भाई साहब,
अभी तक कुछ नहीं कहा।
जिहाद का मतलब ही नहीं पता आपको।
जिहाद
अपने नफ्स के खिलाफ गलत बोलना ये जिहाद है।
मैंने आपको जिहादी भाई साहब, आपके लिए तो ये सर्टिफिकेट होना चाहिए। आपके लिए तो जिहादी भाई साहब जो मैंने आपको बोला, आपके लिए ये सर्टिफिकेट होना चाहिए, बिकॉज अकॉर्डिंग टू यू जिहाद
हुकूमत में आप जैसे बेईमान लोग हो, उनके खिलाफ आंख में हाथ डालकर बोलना भी जिहाद है। I'm a proud jihadi.
You are proving me right on
I'm a proud jihadi.
This
now
is
let
who
me
you
speak.
are.
30 seconds. Yes. Let me put my point.
Proud jihadi.
No, he says I'm a proud jihadi. This is it. He says no. He's trying.
He said
he's trying to pun on jihad. Very interesting, Sushil. आपने देखा?
No, let me
He's saying I'm a proud jihadi.
Yes. Let me speak.
No, you said I'm a proud jihadi.
जिहाद का मतलब आपको पता है, जिहाद कह रहे हैं ना?
You said you are a proud jihadi.
Basically are.
बोलने दीजिए, मतलब
जितना भी पढ़ लिख ले,
मास्क इज ऑफ।
छोड़ के।
डीएनए तो वही रहता है।
मुखौटा हटा दिया आपने, आप कह रहे हैं प्राउड जिहादी।
जितना भी पढ़ लिख ले,
और हम कहें राष्ट्रवादी है तो आप गाली देते हैं। हम कहते हैं राष्ट्रवादी, कहते हैं कि आप गोडसे के बड़े भाई हैं।
मैं भी राष्ट्रवादी हूँ।
डीएनए भाई
आप जिहादी बोल रहे हैं।
फख्र है भारतीय होने पे, राष्ट्रवादी होने पे।
कोई जिहादी राष्ट्रवादी नहीं हो सकता। कोई जिहादी राष्ट्रवादी नहीं हो सकता। कोई जिहादी राष्ट्रवादी नहीं हो सकता। सुन लीजिए,
आप लोगों को, आपको
कोई नहीं हो सकता। नहीं हो, कभी नहीं हो सकता।
बोलना भी जिहाद है।
या तो हम जिहादी है, राष्ट्रवादी है।
जालिम के खिलाफ बोलना भी जिहादी है, जिहाद है। मैं एक राष्ट्रवादी जिहादी हूँ। बोलिए, मैं अब बात रखने दीजिए, पॉइंट रखने दीजिए।
राष्ट्रवादी जिहादी, सुशील देखिए, लुक एट द लिबर्टी इज टेकिंग विद वर्ड्स। मुखौटा बिल्कुल टीवी में सबके सामने निकालेंगे क्या भाई साहब? सबके सामने बैठ के खुद अपने हाथों से अपना मुखौटा निकाल लिया, खुद अपने आप को। अरे तजुर्बा है तो अपने आप को इस तरह से एक्सपोज ना करे टीवी पर। खुद अपने आप को जिहादी कहते हैं,
नहीं बोल पाए।
इसीलिए हमास को कोई समर्थन नहीं है।
मैं बोल रहा हूँ, हमास को कोई समर्थन नहीं।
कोई मेरे प्रोग्राम में अपने आप को जिहादी कहे और मैं चुप रहूंगा? कोई मुझे अपने प्रोग्राम पर कहे मैं जिहादी हूँ?
क्यों नहीं बोला? Why did you counter her? Why did you counter her?
मैंने आपने कैसे अपने आप को जिहादी कहा?
क्योंकि बीजेपी के पैनलिस्ट है।
How can you call yourself a jihadi and expect you to be quiet?
वो कुछ भी बोल के चली जाएगी।
You know number of jihadi attacks and how many Indians have been killed?
क्यों बोला? उन्होंने मुझे क्यों बोला?
ये मेटाफर है, वो प्ले ऑफ वर्ड्स है जिहादी। आपने जिहादी क्यों कहा?
बोलने दीजिए।
आपने अपने
आपने बोलने दीजिए। मैं बताता हूँ जिहाद का मतलब, मैं बताता हूँ आपको जिहाद का मतलब। जिहाद का मतलब होता है गलत को गलत बोलना। आप लोगों ने जिहाद को बदनाम कर रखा है। वायलेंस से जोड़ रखा है। इस्लाम में वायलेंस से जिहाद नहीं है।
हमने जिहाद को बदनाम किया। सुशील, दिस इज टू मच। आई एम गोइंग टू क्लोज द डिबेट एट दिस पॉइंट। मैं जिहाद के डिफेंस को मैं कभी अलाउ नहीं करूंगा। I will not allow Sushil anybody to justify jihad on my program.
टॉपिक पे बोलने देंगे कि नहीं बोलने?
Jihad का justification इस प्रोग्राम में अलाउ नहीं होगा। आप jihad का justification कर रहे हैं प्रोग्राम पर, ये क्या है? Even by your standards, you are crossing the limit.
She told me a jihadi on your channel with a negative perception. Why did you rebut her? Why did you show your objection to her?
I'm sorry, I told her not to call, but then after that you began to say I'm a proud jihadi. You called yourself a proud jihadi. आपने क्यों अपने आप को जिहादी कहा? How can you say there's something called राष्ट्रवादी जिहादी? What is a राष्ट्रवादी जिहादी?
रोना बंद करो।
या बैठ के, अरे मैडम जाइए, गोडसे का नारा लगाइए, जाइए आप, जाइए गोडसे जिंदाबाद कहिए, गोडसे का नारा लगाइए आप, जाइए फिर माफी मांग लेंगी आप लोग। हुकूमत में बैठे हैं।
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm running short of time on this debate, but for whatever reason, the fact is that the Muslim world is divided today. Syed Abbas, I'm sorry, I've overshot the time.
I have some points
and the debate has been torpedoed in the last 7 minutes. I see your hand up. I feel bad that I couldn't let you speak, Syed, but you have to blame other panelists for it, not me. I feel bad that you waited 45 minutes and couldn't say anything.
30 seconds.
I'll give you 20 seconds, of course.
Thank you, Arnab. I appreciate that. Arnab, let me tell you, the panelists on the other side, especially the BJP spokesperson, has been watching a lot of CNN and BBC for no good. Why so? Malcolm X beautifully said, if you're not careful, the media will make you believe to love the oppressed. Yes, to love the oppressor and hate the oppressed. The fact of the matter, Arnab, the economy of Palestine is crippled. Madam,
Israel is not the oppressor.
Arnab, Madam, you are ever say shalom to all the terrorists?
Malcolm X also believed in having a private army within a country. No. Please don't. We'll go into another debate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a badly applied quotation from Malcolm X, and I shall be back tomorrow. And remember, we have major crews on the ground, and our crews are right now near the Gaza border, very close. Alisha and Gursimran, they're doing a great job. I'll follow up with them and we'll bring them on the program tomorrow at 9. Good night and goodbye.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi and National Law School, Bengaluru.